Okay, happy blustery Friday. I guess depending on where you are, but it's super windy here in Virginia, DC. All right, so nice seated position, and we're gonna get rolling with some shoulder rolls. Welcome to Friday Flow. My name is Ellen. It's a 50-minute practice and workout. So as always, take this at your own pace. I'm gonna start with a couple stretches, move through a flow, and end with some stretches. One more big shoulder roll. And then our next inhale, we're gonna bring those arms up. Big deep breath, and then exhale, take it down. Let's do that again. Inhale and exhale. Feel free to lift your head up. Take your gaze up at your hands on your inhale, and then exhale down. Two more. Big deep breath in. And out. One more, you're gonna interlace your fingers at the top. So we're gonna hold them here. Inhale up and exhale over to that right side. Keep those hips grounded. And then back to center and over to the left. And then just at your own pace, moving from side to side. Just a little gentle stretch. Feel free to bend those elbows a little bit, lessen the intensity. One more on each side. All right, and let's pull those elbows down and back. Okay, so I know a lot of us sit at our desk for work and have a lot of tension in our neck and shoulders. So we're gonna work on opening up the front side of the body. You're gonna place those hands behind your head, interlace your fingers, okay? You're gonna bring these elbows in. So as you inhale, you're just gonna gently tuck your chin. Look down, elbows go down. And as you exhale, imagine those elbows being pulled all the way back, as far back as they can. And you're lifting that head, hands are behind it, supporting it. And then inhale, come down. And then exhale, open and pull those elbows back. So we're gonna do this a couple of times. Inhale, close the elbows. Exhale, open them up. Feel free to tilt that head back and chin up. Inhale and exhale. There's gonna be a little arch in your back, in your spine here. It's what we want. Let's do it 2 more times. Rounding here, and then lifting and arching here. One more, inhale. And exhale, open. Okay, let's move our hands down to our shoulders. Okay, get a little breather here if you'd like. You're gonna place your hands on your shoulders. We're gonna take those elbows up, around, and down. So you're creating circles with your elbows. Starting in one direction, whichever direction you wanna do first. Doesn't matter, we'll do both. One more like this, hands on those shoulders. All right, let's reverse. So now I'm gonna take my arms up, back, circle, down, and around. Perfect. So sort of like a shoulder roll. The elbows, imagine they're drawing circles. So you want to try to make a big circle. It's okay if it's small. You want to try to make it as big as you can. Perfect. And then relax. Okay, so now we're going to do a seated cat-cow. Move a little bit lower into the body. And of course, feel free to adjust your seated position anytime. I'm actually going to come off this block and just move onto my shins. I'm going to show you from the side. So hands on those knees, just like our traditional cat-cow. Inhale, you press the belly forward and the chest. You pull your elbows back, sort of arch the spine here a little bit. And then exhale, you round the spine, tuck the chin. And then again, inhale. So mainly lower back stretch here. And exhale. You're going to feel this in your shoulders as well. Inhale. So see how I'm really exaggerating that movement? And exhale. I want you to do the same. Couple more. Inhale. Slide those hands to your hips. Pull your shoulder blades together and pull your elbows back. Exhale. Release and slide the hands back to your knees. 2 more. Inhale. We're going to do this in a couple different positions. Exhale. Last one, seated. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Next position is going to be also seated. You're going to take your legs out in front of you. We've done this one before as well. Just like this. Okay. You bend those knees here. And we're just going to do a nice simple forward fold. You can allow those knees to fall out. Open the hips a little bit. Just going to reach for your ankles here. And just relax your head. Let's hold this for a couple breaths before we go into cat-cow. So just a simple forward fold. Maybe those knees roll out to the side. Sort of like a really wide butterfly stretch. Take one more breath here. All right, so you're going to bring those knees back up. So now we want our hip, knee, ankle in a nice straight line here. So this time as we inhale, we're gonna take those hands back and we're gonna lift the chest up to the ceiling. If it feels comfortable, take your head back, you can do that. And then exhale, tuck the chin and forward fold. Slide the hands to the feet. And let's do that again. So you're gonna move in and out of this type of cat-cow. Inhale and exhale. You don't have to take that head back, only if it feels comfortable. And again, so another option is sort of just keep that head nice and neutral, but you're still squeezing your shoulder blades, and I want that chest up to the ceiling as high as you can get it. Exhale. So let's try 2 more here. Inhale and exhale. 1 more. Hands back, really exaggerate that movement. Pull the shoulder blades together, lift the chest, and exhale, forward fold. All right. Go ahead and come up to seated. Let's just shake those legs out in front of us. Straight from here. All right. All right, so we're just gonna look over that right shoulder. You're gonna take your left hand, gently press it against that right knee, and then your right hand's gonna come behind you. We're gonna sit up nice and tall here, stacking your spine. On the next exhale, look over that right shoulder. Just for a gentle twist. Take 1 more breath here. And then come back to the center. Inhale, same thing, exhale. That right hand just gently pushes into your knee. Left hand comes behind you. Inhale, finding length, nice and tall. And then exhale, look over that shoulder. Your legs are straight out in front of you. So we're starting to work into those hamstrings very gently. You can even flex your feet. Bring your toes towards your nose. Start to warm up those muscles. Let's do this 1 more time on each side. Inhale and exhale. You want to sit up as tall as you can here. Inhale, twist to the left now, and exhale to your last one over that left shoulder. Again, nice and tall. And then back to the center. We're going to take our hands behind us, way back. You're going to lift that chest. I'll show you from the side. Lift the chest here. So keep those hips on the floor, but lift the chest, take the head back, and just hold this for a couple of breaths. You can point your toes, finding length in that body, almost like we're getting ready for reverse plank. But we're not going to do that. And then if you want a little more, lower onto your elbows, but still keep that chest open. Maybe head comes back. So if that's a little too much for your upper body, you can just stay up on your hands, okay? 1 more breath wherever you're at. And if you're on those elbows, gently come up to your hands, tuck your chin slowly, and then let's come into a forward fold. Just a nice, gentle forward fold. So you're reaching maybe just for your shins, your ankles, maybe you're reaching for your toes. Hold this for 1 more breath, and then we're just gonna move back and forward 2 more times. So inhale, take those hands back, and then exhale, forward fold. Nice and gentle, let's just do it 1 more time. Inhale, Maybe feeling how tight your hamstrings are. If you're anything like me, exhale forward. We will work into those, don't worry. All right, let's come back to regular seated position. So this can be a crisscross, or I like to lay on my shins, whatever's comfortable for you. Okay, so we've gone forward and back, little twist. Now we're gonna take it lateral, okay? So let's take that right hand, inhale, reach it over to that left side as we exhale. So let's do a couple here. Inhale and exhale. Let's get the body a little bit warmer before we hold that static stretch. Last one. And let's hold this right here. So keep your shoulders out and away from your ears. Keep that chest lifted. Press into that right hip. And then once you take your hand to your ear, elbow out. As you inhale, you're gonna pull that elbow down. And then exhale, you're gonna open it up. Stack that shoulder. Let's do that again, inhale. Almost think like triangle pose. Exhale, right? How we open the chest and the shoulder. Inhale, lower. We stack it on top of that hip. Let's do it one more time. Inhale and exhale. Finding some length here. So lifting that chest. One more breath. Reach that arm. Inhale. Come back to the center. Exhale. Take it down. Maybe a little shoulder roll. Move around a little bit. And we're going to do the other side. Left hand, when you're ready, reach up and over. Do it 4 times. Exhale, reach. 2 more. So you're gonna feel a nice big stretch in that side body. Remember, we wanna be gentle. So listen to your body, just move at your own pace, hold this here. Always with deep breaths. Press into that left hip. Take your hand to your ear. Inhale, let's bring that elbow down, close it off, and then exhale, open back up. Maybe even take your gaze up at the ceiling when you do that. Inhale down. Exhale to sort of mimic that rotation. Almost like you're in triangle pose. Inhale. And exhale, we're gonna do it one more time. You're stacking that shoulder right on top of your hip. Inhale and exhale. So looking up and holding this for just a couple breaths. Then fully extend that arm over. One last breath, inhale, and then exhale. Come back to the center. Ooh, a little shake, a little twist. All right, let's come up and out of that seated position. I want you to grab your block or your blanket. We're gonna come into child's pose, but if you find that you have a hard time bringing your hips all the way to your heels, you're gonna sit on the block. It's our little trick. Okay, so your block's sort of right in between your feet and you're sitting right on top of it. You have a trick, I think you all know. If that forehead doesn't quite reach the floor, use your block. All right, sit back into child's pose. Wherever you're at, we're gonna hold on to child's pose for a couple of deep breaths. We're here for a little bit. Just big deep breaths, holding your child's pose. Beautiful. Good job. As you're in your child's pose, walk your hands over to that right diagonal. So keep those hips low. Just reach all the way over to the right as far as you can. Feel a slight pull in your side body. Hold that for a breath or two. Perfect. And then inhale slowly back to center and exhale over to that left diagonal as far as you can. Hold that for a couple breaths. Inhale, take it back to center. Exhale, take those hands back up. So we're gonna lift up and find a puppy pose. So with puppy pose, it's sort of like down dog, but with their knees on the floor. So you're gonna keep those hips stacked on your knees. You're gonna walk your hands out, lower to your forearms and drop your head. Keep your hips up. So you're gonna feel a big stretch in your shoulders and your back. And this is puppy pose. Puppies do this movement a lot. Take an inhale, slowly come up. And as we exhale, we're gonna lower all the way down into our chest and belly. And we're gonna lift up to our sphinx. So you're lifting up again onto those forearms. Elbows are under your shoulders. Your feet are about hip distance, legs stay on the floor. Head stays up. This is a little too much on your back. Pull those elbows out a little further away from the center of your body. Baby Cobra also works here. Let's hold this for a couple breaths, and then we're gonna go in and out of puppy and the sphinx pose. So lifting the chest here, getting a nice back stretch, and then with puppy, really getting those shoulders. One more breath. All right, so you're gonna lower on your inhale, slide those elbows out, exhale, now you're gonna push yourself up and back, and then inhale, walk those hands out, exhale, find your puppy. Hips up, head down. One more breath. Inhale, slowly come back up. Exhale, you're gonna lower, almost like a chaturanga, right? Lower down, so you can find, again, baby cobra. Maybe that is enough for you today. If you want a little more, lift up onto those elbows. Keep your chest up and keep your head straight forward. Couple of breaths here. Our last time doing this, sort of a nice way to ease into working our back here. Hopefully it gets you feeling a little bit looser for our flow. Anytime it's too much, just pull those elbows out. One more breath wherever you're at. Inhale, everyone lowers. And exhale, press yourself back up. Let's find a quick child's pose. Then we're gonna go into another twist, rotation. Anytime during class, especially once we start and go into our flow, feel free to come back to this child's pose, okay? Let's come up to neutral, our tabletop now. So we're gonna have a little bit of a twist, okay? We're gonna do thread the needle. It's usually this towards the end of class, but it's sort of a good way to, again, get the back and the spine nice and warm. So we're actually gonna start with that right hand behind our right ear. We'll do spinal extension first. So inhale, take that elbow down. You'll recognize this movement, and then exhale, come back up. Remember we did it seated. Doesn't matter how high you lift. Inhale, just try to lift a few inches. Exhale, let's try it one more time. Inhale, keep that back flat, and exhale. Now extend your arm up. Inhale, and you're gonna thread the needle. Exhale, thread it through. You lower onto your shoulder, onto your head, and your hips stay up. Just relax that other arm. Imagine I'm sort of pulling your arm through. Little twist here. Shift your weight back into your hips. Slowly come back up to tabletop. Take a moment, maybe move around. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side, okay? Also make sure the feet are flat here. We don't want you to tuck them under. So we want to stretch out those shins, just relax your toes, relax your feet. All right, left hand to your ear. Inhale, bring that elbow down, and then exhale, spinal extension and twist. Try to bring your elbow up to the ceiling. Inhale, back stays flat, And exhale, adding that twist in the torso. Inhale. And exhale, let's do one more. And last one, we extend the arm completely, get ready to thread the needle. Exhale, thread it down. Lower onto your shoulder, your head. Keep your hips up and hold right here. Feet are relaxed. Gently press back into those hips. Come back up to tabletop, and let's get ready for a downward facing dog. You're gonna tuck the toes. Bring the hands to the top of the mat. Nice inhale. Exhale, lift up to down dog. Pedal out your heels. Get a nice big stretch. Relax your head. Press your chest towards your thighs. On your inhale, lift up on the balls of your feet. Heels away from the floor. Exhale, press them down towards the mat. Let's do that again. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, press down. One more time. Inhale. And exhale, press all the way down with those heels. Next inhale, come forward to a plank position. So stack your shoulders on top of your wrists. Feel free to lower one knee or both knees for support, but keep your back flat. Hold this for one more breath. Tuck those hips. You're looking in front of those fingers. Exhale, lower the knees, keep the core strong, and then lower the chest. Elbows back. Okay? Flatten your toes. Inhale, here's our baby cobra. You gently lift up, elbows in, shoulders down. Exhale, release, retuck the toes, and press up and back to down dog. Or maybe child's pose, your choice. Let's do it again. Inhale forward to your plank. You're like a bench here, super strong. Exhale, knees and chest, let's lower. Inhale, lift, baby cobra. Toes are flat here. And then exhale, retuck the toes. Down dog or child's pose. Next breath, bend the knees. Exhale, walk or hop those feet to the top of the mat. We're in a forward fold. Relax your head. Bend the knees as much as you need to. We want to reach the floor. And if you're not quite there, you can always use a block. Inhale, press those heels into the floor, lift the arms up. Take it slow. You're gonna bring those palms together. Take your gaze up and exhale. Take those hands down to heart center. Okay, we're gonna get into our flow. This is gonna get us nice and warm. Inhale up and exhale, take it down. All the way down. Inhale, lift halfway, flat back. Hands come to your shins or your knees, and you're pulling your shoulder blades together. Exhale, lower. Let's step back with our right foot. Medium step back. Reach the arms up for warrior one. Inhale, and exhale, hold right here. Front knee is bent, back leg is straight, hips are forward. If you want a little extra, interlace your fingers. Keep your thumbs and pointer fingers extended, and try to glue those arms to your ears. One more breath here. Should feel a big stretch behind that leg, especially in the calf. Inhale, we're gonna take those arms down. We're gonna roll the shoulders, squeeze them together, maybe interlace your hands here. Exhale, we're gonna lower for humble warrior. Lower your chest to your thigh. Now, if those fingers don't reach one another, continue to pull your shoulder blades together. And just keep those arms straight. Relax your head here. This one's gonna get you warm right away. Make sure you're still pushing into your back foot. Inhale, press into that back foot, lift the chest. Exhale, release. Let's get ready for triangle. So we already practiced that rotation in the beginning of class. Inhale, reach your arms up, and exhale, those arms come down. So let's practice it in triangle. Legs nice and straight. Reach in front of that front foot. Reach towards it, your hips go back. Exhale, take your hand to your knee and other hand to your hip. So in the beginning, we had our hand here. Now we have it on our hip. So let's practice that. Inhale, bring your shoulder down, and then exhale, stack the shoulder on your hip. And here's your triangle. If you want a little more, extend that arm up. Now if it's down here, that's okay. Just shoulder is tight. So start here first. Bring that shoulder up. And then eventually you'll get that arm up. So let's hang out here for a couple breaths. Remember, you're looking up at the ceiling. That's how much I want you to be rotated. You should be able to look at the ceiling. Stack that shoulder, pull it back. Imagine you're being squished between two walls. This is my tighter side, so I'm keeping my hand on my hip. Inhale, press into your back foot, very slowly. Exhale, let's cartwheel those hands down. We're gonna come into a low lunge. I like to use my blocks here. So we're gonna cartwheel those hands down. We're gonna come into a low lunge. Drop the knee and untuck that toe. So flatten your foot. Inhale, arms up, exhale, hold. So you can always add a little extra support for that knee, maybe fold the mat, add a towel. We're really getting into those hip flexors here. Inhale, take those hands down, lean forward. Exhale, come back up. Let's do that again. Just create a little bit of movement. Inhale and exhale. Then maybe your hands reach the floor. I'm using my blocks. The goal is to reach the floor. Keep that back flat when we lean forward. Let's do it one more time. This is hold right here. Hold those arms up. Press the chest. Lift the chest up and press those hips forward. Inhale, take those hands down. And exhale, we're gonna tuck that back toe under, lift that knee off the floor and step back to down dog. Inhale forward to your plank. Exhale, you're gonna lower the knees and chest. I want your plank, your body to look just like my bench here. So nice and straight, flat and strong, right? So your plank should look just like my bench. Untuck those toes, inhale, lift. Exhale, reach up. Down dog or child's pose. Take 3 breaths. In and out through the nose. Take 1 more breath. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Next inhale, you're gonna bend those knees. As you exhale, you can walk, hop, maybe you're ready to jump forward. We're gonna find that forward fold. Maybe using the block. Next inhale brings us up to standing. Palms come together. Exhale, lower down. Let's go through it again. Other side. Inhale takes us up and exhale, swan dive forward. Leaning forward with the chest. Inhale, halfway flat back. Push your heels into the floor and pull the shoulder blades together. And then exhale, lower. Left leg, medium step back. Arms up. Warrior 1. Hold it right here. So this back leg is straight, front knee is slightly bent. I want you to stitch your ribcage together, tuck those hips a little bit. Sensitive shoulders, you can do a cactus pose. This might feel better. If you want a little more, interlace those fingers. Glue your arms to your ears. Inhale, take those arms down. Exhale, roll the shoulders. Get ready for humble warrior. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, lower. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Maybe those fingers interlace. And lower the head. Couple breaths. Push into your back foot just as much as your front. We don't want all the weight in your front leg. So make sure you're pushing into that back. Inhale, slowly press into that back leg. And then exhale, lift up and release. Straighten the leg, get ready for triangle pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, now we reach towards that front foot. Inhale. Exhale, take that hand to the hip first. We're gonna drop that shoulder. Inhale, and what do we do with it? We stack it on top of our hip. Exhale. If you're ready, when you're ready, extend that arm. Maybe that bottom hand comes down a little bit closer. to your foot. So on this side, I can do it. You want to stack that wrist on top of your shoulder, and you want to look right up at your hand, right up at the ceiling. Hold this for a couple of breaths. I'm just going to check it out. Imagine you're falling back into a wall, or of course, feel free to use your wall. You're at home. Perfect. Let's take a few more breaths. All look great. Beautiful. I love the cameras on. Nice, Steven. Nice, baby. Perfect. One more breath. Use those obliques. So pull yourself up. Inhale, push into that back foot. Slow. Use that core. Exhale, cartwheel those hands. Back heel comes off the floor. We're going to come into that low lunge. Hands come to the floor or blocks. You're going to drop that back knee. Make sure there's support. Flatten that toe. Inhale, arms sweep up. And exhale, we hold. Just working into those hips a little bit. Because next time we go through our flow, we're going to add on warrior two. And you really need to open up your hips for that. Inhale, hands down. Exhale, arms up. Just create a little more movement. Inhale. And it's a little back bend. Exhale. You can take it slower if this doesn't feel comfortable. One more time. And hold it right here. Again, you have an option of maybe cactus arms anytime you have arms up, and that's going to feel much better on those shoulders. Up to you. And then inhale, everyone leans forward. Exhale, retuck that back toe, knee off the floor, step back to down dog. You can go through this flow with me or find a child's pose. Inhale to plank. Maybe you're ready to lower without lowering your knees. So exhale, lower, full chaturanga. Then maybe you move into upward facing dog. Inhale, I'm gonna sit to baby cobra. And exhale, lower, down dog. Hold that right there. Maybe you add an extra push-up. Maybe just take a child's pose. Up to you. One more, in through the nose and out through the nose. Bend the knees. Inhale, exhale, walk, hop, or jump, forward fold. Are you getting a little bit closer to the mat? Hope you're feeling like you're a little more stretched out than when you started. Inhale takes us up, nice and slow. Palms come together. Exhale, we lower. Quick check-in. How's everyone doing? Thumbs up, we're good? Okay, we're gonna keep moving, but good time to get your coffee, your water. We're gonna add on some layers. I'm gonna move a tiny bit faster. You can always dial it back. Take it up, inhale, and exhale, let it go. Halfway lift. Back is flat, like a coffee table right here. And then exhale. Step that right foot back. Warrior one. Inhale and exhale. Interlace those fingers if you like. Glue those arms to your ears. One more breath. Inhale, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, humble warrior. Lift back, inhale, lift the chest, and then exhale, let it go. So getting a little bit deeper the second round. Pull those arms up and back if you're interlacing your fingers. Head down to the floor. Couple more breaths. Inhale, press into that back foot. Slowly lift up, exhale. Let's get ready for triangle pose. We're gonna flow right into it. Inhale, exhale, arms lower. Here we go. Reach towards that front foot and exhale. Flow right into it. Whatever version you're doing. Now I can extend my arm. Hold that there. Couple breaths. I'm just gonna show you if you wanna try it against the wall. It definitely shows you how open you need to be. I want you to bring that hand to the wall. Woo, one more breath. Inhale, push into the back foot, and exhale, perfect. Inhale, we're gonna lift those arms and lift a little bit higher. Bring that heel off the floor. Here's that warrior two. So you gotta open up your hip and then lower down. So the front knee is bent, back leg is straight. Warrior two. Right hip is opened. Shoulders up, inhale, then exhale, drop them down. Nice strong pose. Imagine you're being pulled in both directions at the same time. You're gonna lean forward slightly here, flip your palm, inhale, and then exhale, take it back for peaceful warrior. Take your gaze up at your hand. Little extra, back hand, reach around for a bind. Just reaching for the opposite hip. Press into the floor and straighten your front leg. Maybe find an extra inch here to stretch. Good. And then inhale, let's come back to that warrior two. Exhale, let's hold. We're gonna get ready for a balance pose. We practiced this last week. So what you're gonna do is take that back heel off the floor. We're gonna rotate to the front. Back arm reaches the front. So now hips are squared off. Inhale, lift up, palms come together. Exhale. So we're gonna press balancing in one leg. You're gonna lean forward, get ready for warrior three. Push off your back foot. And then exhale, lift up. Doesn't matter how high that leg gets, but I do want it to be straight. Think of pressing your foot into a wall and lifting that heel up. You can have arms by your side, reaching out like you're flying or maybe in front of you, whatever feels comfortable. Standing legs slightly bent. As we inhale, you're gonna come up to standing, bring your knee to your chest. We're gonna work through those glutes. And then exhale, come back, hinge forward, extend that leg. Let's try it 2 more times. Inhale, nice and tall. And also use that wall. Exhale, use the wall here. 1 more time. Inhale, bring that knee up. Beautiful. It's like a deadlift, right? Single leg deadlift. Exhale, hold it. Hold it here. If you've got half moon in your practice, you want to challenge, you're going to stack those hips, reach up and open for half moon. If not, just stay right here, warrior three. If you fall out of it, get back into it. 1 more breath. 1 more breath, squeeze and lift. And then inhale, step back to that high lunge, arms up. Inhale, exhale, take those hands down. Lift up to down dog. Great job, everyone. Take this flow down here if you like. Inhale and exhale. Chaturanga. Inhale, lift. Baby cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale. Down dog or child's pose. Awesome job. 3 breaths. And then we'll do the other side. So now getting warm. Maybe heart rate's up a little bit. That's all good stuff. But always take it at your own pace, right? Next breath, you're gonna bend those knees. You're gonna walk, hop, or jump, forward fold. Relax the head. Inhale brings us to standing, nice and slow. Palms come together as we exhale, lower. And we're gonna keep it moving, okay? 1 more time, other side. Inhale up, exhale, float it down. Inhale, halfway lift, remember a little faster. And exhale, step your left leg back. Find warrior one, arms fully extended, or maybe that cactus, right? Maybe interlace those hands and glue those arms to your ears. Take those arms down, roll the shoulders, inhale, lift the chest, and exhale, humble warrior, let's go. Lower down. Remember, if those fingers are not interlacing, still keep those arms straight and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Press into that back foot. Inhale up slowly. Release as you exhale. Triangle pose. Legs straight, arms up, and lower. Inhale, reach towards that front foot. Exhale, flow right into it. Your hand is right on top of your shoulder. Hold that. I'm going to check this one out. Squish between 2 walls, right? And you're stacking that shoulder on your hip. Beautiful, nice. Good job, everyone. Let's take a couple more breaths. Make sure that bottom hand isn't putting too much weight into our leg. Use your core. Good, might feel a little change there if you move it away slightly. 1 more breath, beautiful triangle pose. Inhale, push into that back foot. And exhale, release. We're gonna take those arms up. We're gonna lift that back heel off the floor, open that left hip, and as we exhale, find warrior two on the other side. Remember, you're being pulled in both directions. Shoulders up, inhale, exhale, drop them down into your back pockets. Warrior, because we are strong in this pose. We're not relaxing. Inhale, reach forward slightly, flip that palm and take it back for peaceful warrior. Side bend stretch here. You can reach that opposite arm, back and around for your hip. Encourage that shoulder to open a little bit. Push your front foot into the mat, straighten that leg. Can you find an extra inch of space here? And then inhale, let's come back to warrior two. Exhale, hold. Now we're gonna go ahead and take that back heel off the floor and just rotate our hips to the front. Back arm comes to the front. Inhale, palms come together. Exhale, we're just in a nice high lunge. We're gonna then lean forward. Notice how flat my back stays. And then exhale, you're gonna lift up into your balance. So you don't wanna sink into the mat. Think of lifting up. Use your dresser, right? Use a chair, use the wall, whatever you got, hold that. I want you to squeeze your glutes and keep your hip bones facing the floor, right? Maybe you wanna practice half moon. You stack those hips. I like to point my toe. Makes me feel like I'm lifting higher. And then you have that bottom arm reaching down and top arm reaching up. A lot more advanced, but go ahead and try it if you'd like. Hold it for a couple more breaths. Let me see it. Standing legs slightly bent. You got it. Nice, Regina. Yep, if you're falling out of it, that means you're working, right? Just get back into it. One more breath, you all look beautiful. Good focus, Stephen. Inhale, step back to that high lunge, and then exhale, hands down. Come on back. Last time through, if you'd like, your choice, of course. Maybe adding an extra push-up. When you are done, finding child's pose if you are not there already. And you can sit on that block if you'd like. But child's pose, big deep breaths, allowing our heart rate to come down. Awesome job. Reach those fingertips to the very top of your mat. One more deep breath. Inhale, walk those hands up. Exhale, let's swing those legs around. How's everyone doing? We good? We're almost to the end. Great job. Let's come around. We're gonna do a little core here. This core is part of yoga as well, and Pilates, of course. So we're gonna sit up nice and tall, hands right underneath our knees. Okay, we're gonna lift the chest here as we inhale. Exhale, you're gonna draw that navel in, lean back as low as you can, and then inhale, come back up. And then exhale, lower. So it's like cat-cow actually, because inhale, our chest lifts. Exhale, we sort of round the spine a little bit. You do want to round that low back. Now this is, if you want a little more challenge, shake those hands away. Inhale, and just have them by your side, palms up, and exhale. Inhale, lift, and exhale. Perfect. If you want this even harder, legs off the floor. Inhale, you lower, your legs extend, and then exhale, you bring them back to your chest. These are all options. Inhale, choose what works best for you today. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. I'm gonna keep my feet down. We're gonna try 4 more, okay? Inhale. And exhale. A little more support. You just hug right underneath those knees. Exhale, last 2. And then we're gonna hold that boat pose. Exhale up. Here's your final one. Inhale. And then exhale. You're gonna hold your boat pose. Hold it for 8, 7. Maybe reaching under those knees. 5. Maybe feet down. 4. Maybe legs straight. 3. Pull those abs in. 2. Keep breathing. 1. Come forward and find a butterfly stretch. Awesome job. Woo. Soles of the feet together. Knees out. And I want you to press your chest forward. Imagine your hips being pulled back behind you as your chest goes forward. So we're not going to round and go down. We do enough of that during the day, right? So always want to encourage that chest to be open and pulling those shoulders down and back, especially when we stretch. All right, let's bring those knees back up. Best part, let's come down into our back. Once you're there, as a couple sets of windshield wipers with your legs. So your feet stay on the floor for that. and you just gently drop the legs side to side. Maybe arms overhead as you do this. If your shoulders are tight, just another opportunity to sort of open them up and get a stretch. All right, let's hug those knees into our chest. Give yourself a big hug here. Rock side to side, massage your spine. All right, feet down, we're coming to an inversion here. We're gonna come to a bridge, nice and simple, feet hip distance. Arms by your side, you're gonna peel your spine off the mat as you exhale. Lift the hips, and then inhale, slowly lower back down. So great exercise for your lower back. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Or if you've been sitting for a couple hours straight, hit the floor, do 10 bridges. It's a great stretch for those hip flexors. All right, we're gonna do one more and hold that up there. So you can place a block, maybe a supported bridge. If you want the challenge, just hold them here without the block. Keep those hips up. If you want a little more, interlace your hands underneath and pull those arms under. So now we're gonna feel that across the chest. Couple breaths. Keep holding this here. Maybe you wanna come into a full bridge position or wheelbarrow if you have that in your practice. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I can't do that either. Just stay right here with the bridge. And then very slowly release those arms if you have them underneath, and very gently, one vertebrae at a time, lower the hips back down. You're gonna give yourself another hug, knees into the chest, circle those ankles, wiggle your toes. Let's circle them in one direction. And then the other. We're gonna come into one final spinal twist and then one final stretch. So right knee into your chest, left leg long. Bring it out to the side first for external rotation. Keep your hips on the floor. And then we're gonna bring it across the body. Bring it all the way to that left side. Extend your right arm. Look over that arm and shoulder for a twist. And slowly back to the center. Bring your left knee into your chest and right leg long. Out to the side first. Feel it stretching those inner thighs, and then pull it across the body. Bring it to that right side. Extend your left arm, look over that shoulder, and stretch. And then back to the center. All right, both knees in. We're gonna finish with happy baby. So it's sort of like a butterfly stretch, soles of the feet together, knees out. Reach for the sides of your feet or your toes and extend those legs up. Maybe rock side to side. Maybe find a straddle. Could do that as well. Give your spine a little massage. And then when you are ready, you're just gonna find your Shavasana, your relaxation pose, whatever that is. Maybe you want to do one more stretch. Maybe you want to stay in happy baby. It is up to you. Just for a final minute, you're going to close your eyes wherever you are at. And just be still here. And then slowly start to shift your legs, bringing your feet onto the floor if they aren't already, and just move your legs from side to side. Circle your wrists. Look right and look left. Nice and slow. Then gently hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself one last hug. Circle those ankles. And then roll over to one side. When you're ready, you're going to gently press yourself up. And just find a comfortable seated position to end class today. A couple shoulder rolls once you're here at the top. Maybe a neck circle. And then inhale, let's reach those arms up, big deep breath. Exhale, let it go. One more time. We're gonna bring those palms together. And then exhale, bring them down to heart center. Close your eyes. Thank yourself for making the time this morning to come to class. And then we'll open our eyes and we will say namaste to one another. Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining today. Happy Friday. Hope you have a wonderful long weekend, holiday on Monday. If you didn't already, drop your site name into the chat box. We know everybody, but just for attendance. I hope you're feeling good.
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Excellent.
As always.